Howdy folks, welcome to part 36 of Pokemon Crystal. So we're back in Mahogany Town and we can finally move east of the city because the guy who tries to sell you Rage Candy Bars is no longer... Fucker. The guy who tries to sell you Rage Candy Bars is no longer there. I tried to sneak around this bastard and get the item. I got right up to the item and then he sees me and jumps me from behind. Damn you, Phil! Fuck you! And that's Natu. I actually think this is our first time seeing it. It is Psychic / Flying type. It's actually a pretty awesome Pokemon. Well, not so much Natu as much as Xatu. I actually like Xatu a lot. It's like a totem pole psychic bird parrot thing. It's actually pretty cool. We'll be seeing it later, though. For now, though, Natu really doesn't stand much of a chance. There again, though, well, Kadabra does. Kadabra always seems to stand a chance because it's one of the most overpowered Pokemon in this game. And that was Future Sight. You know, Future Sight is a psychic attack, that it's very strange. I've never been able to figure out if I think it's a good move or not. I think for the most part, I actually think it's pretty bad. But if you know how to use it, it can actually be useful. It requires a lot of planning. Basically what it is they use Future Sight, and then I think it's 2 turns later, then you get hit with it. And like I said, it's a little hard for me to decide whether or not I actually think it's a good move or not. Because, on the one hand, you know, after you use it, you can just use regular attacks and whatnot, and it'll still hit them. It doesn't matter what you use after you use it, or before you use it. But at the same time, you're spending that 1 turn to kick out an attack that's going to come, like, 2 or 3 turns later, and so it's like... I don't know, it's one of those moves that's just like, I can't really tell. Hey, Mom's calling! Hi, Crystal, how are you? I found a useful item shopping, blah, 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 she's spending my money. Huzzah, Max Repel. So I suppose a little update is in order. I already mentioned in part 35, even though I uploaded it a little late, the plan was still in effect, that what my plan was. I was going to edit and get as many of these videos done as I could before Saturday. I can safely say I have edited the whole entire game, and all I have to do now is commentary. So, will I get every single piece of commentary done before Saturday? I don't know, because I just got done pulling 2 all-nighters in a row, getting everything edited and whatnot. And I'm actually pretty fucking tired, but I'm gonna do my best. Anywho, Fisherman Edgar here has 2 Remoraid. I think this is our first time seeing Remoraid. It's just a water Pokemon. There's nothing really outstanding about Remoraid, except for when it evolves. See, Remoraid has one of the most fucked up evolutions ever. Because it starts off as a regular fish. It just like... I don't know. I don't know very much about fish, but it's some kind of regular fish. And then it evolves into Octillery, which is an octopus. It goes from a regular fish into an octopus. I got nothing against Octillery or Remoraid. I'm just saying that it's one of the most unnatural type of evolutions in any of the Pokemon games. Usually in Pokemon, when a Pokemon evolves, it's usually connected in some way, in whether animal or appearance or something. No, Remoraid looks nothing like fucking Octillery. Remoraid's a regular fish, Octillery is a friggin' octopus. It makes no sense to me. It's very nonsensical. Anyway, I decided to leave this battle in as well. I know, it's a string of 3 battles in a row. How crazy is that? I decided to leave this in because I don't think we've actually seen Butterfree a whole lot in this game, and that's a shame. I love Butterfree. It's actually a lot better than people give it credit for. I think I actually mentioned this in my Pokemon Red playthrough. But Butterfree can learn Sleep Powder for sure. I think it even can learn it Hell, I think it actually just used it on me not that long ago. I'm also fairly certain it can learn the move Dream Eater. Now, a lot of people, because Butterfree kinda learns Psychic attacks, it learns Confusion and Psybeam. It's very special attack based. A lot of people like teaching it Psychic. And in this game, you can actually get as many Psychic TMs as you want, believe it or not. However, though, a nice alternative to Psychic that I actually like using better with Butterfree... I'm not sure when they implement this, but I am positive that by Gen 4, this is indeed the case. But I like using Sleep Powder and Dream Eater. I think that's a very fun combo, especially since Sleep Powder is one of the best sleep-inducing moves. That being said, I think it's pretty safe to say that, I forget what her name was. I want to say Siddle? Seidel? Maybe it was Biddle. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think it's pretty safe to say her Butterfree does not know Dream Eater, though. This is, however, our first shot of Blossom. This is the other reason I decided to leave this battle in. Blossom, I may have already mentioned it, is a new evolution of Squaddish and Gloom. Normally, when you used to evolve Gloom, you used a Leaf Stone and it evolved into Vileplume. The same is true as of Gen 2. You can still use a Leaf Stone on a Gloom and you'll get Vileplume. If you use a Sunstone on a Gloom, though, which you can get from the National Park very easily, you get a Blossom. It was Sybil. Her name was Sybil. As weird as that is not a name that I would ever expect in Pokemon. But anyway, when you use a Sunstone, you get a Blossom. God damn, Mom is spending all of my money. Holy shit. Anyway, you get a Blossom. Blossom used to be my favorite my favorite Grass-type Pokemon. It has been completely outshined, though, as of Gen 5 by Petlil. Petlil being a Pokemon we're probably not going to see on my channel for a very long time, because I don't have the means to record it. Oh, hey, Alan wants to battle. And he has a Charmeleon, holy shit. Anyway, we put out the flame on Charmeleon's tail. Yeah, I'm an evil son of a bitch. I know. Not really, but anyway. You'll have to forgive me if my commentary is a wee bit loopy. I already mentioned this at the beginning of the part. I'm coming off of 2 all-nighters. I haven't gone to sleep in like 48 hours. Anyway, we are in the Ice Path. The Ice Path got a massive graphics overhaul from what it was in Pokemon Gold and Silver. Gold and Silver, it looks nothing like this. I gotta say, it actually looks pretty badass. I like it quite a bit. So, in the Ice Path, you can encounter, go fucking figure, Ice-type Pokemon. You can encounter a lot of them, such as Swinub. You can encounter Sneasel. Although Sneasel's really rare, and I'm pretty sure it's only in Crystal and in Silver. Silver, you may not even be able to encounter it in the Ice Path. You may have to wait until a location much later. You can encounter Jinx. Maybe. I can't remember if you can in Crystal or not. But you can encounter lots and lots of Ice Pokemon, which you may want to capture one for later on, because I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say Ice-type is supremely helpful very soon here. As you guys may have noticed, I've been having a bit of trouble with the whole Ice puzzle thing. I always have trouble with them, even though by now I should really have them memorized. This one's not too bad. Boom. And that one's mandatory, by the way. You have to do that one, even though it doesn't seem like it. It is very easy to miss HM7. It is the only HM that they do not make it to where you pretty much have to get it. You can actually miss it, and then you'll be stuck. You'd be surprised. My first time playing the game, I went through as far through the game as possible without finding HM7. And then I had no fucking clue what the hell I was supposed to do, because, again, you don't... Technically, the game doesn't make you stop and pick it up. which sucks. A lot of people hate the ice path because of the friggin' boulder puzzles. They're not hard, it's just annoying, especially when you fuck up, because some of them you can fix when you fuck up a little bit, and as long as you're paying attention, it's like right here. Right here. I actually fucked up. And I noticed I did, and so I'm able to fix it by going back and fixing it. It's kind of redundant, but I can fix it. If I would have kept going to the left, not realizing that I fucked up, and got it into a corner, I would have to leave this room and come back. This makes it very annoying to get through here sometimes. Fortunately, again, I don't think the puzzles are too terrible. The boulder puzzles never have been. But yeah, it can be annoying when you fuck up constantly, so I can see why people don't like the ice path all that much. I will say this, it is a great place to grind, believe it or not. Most of the shit in here is really easy to KO. I think the hardest thing to beat is actually Golbat. I'm pretty sure you don't encounter Zubats in here. I'm almost positive that the only bats you're going to encounter are Golbats. See, right here is another example, I believe, of where I fuck up, kind of. Is it? Yes, right there. See, I technically fucked up, but because I noticed early enough that I did... Oh, also, you guys aren't seeing it, but I'm giving Chikorita... Sorry, my ears started ringing for no apparent reason. I gave Chikorita the Smoke Ball, because even though I'm cutting out random battles, they are still happening. And again, we're going to be encountering... You're going to encounter Golbats in here, and Golbat's biggest redeeming feature is that it's super motherfucking fast. Way faster than Chikorita, and so the Smoke Ball guarantees I can run away. The Smoke Ball is very much worth the extra time to get. Right here's what I mean, though. I technically fucked up this boulder, too, and because I saw before I permanently fucked myself, I was able to fix it. So it is actually very lenient. They give you a lot of leeway. All you have to do is plan ahead a tiny bit, and you should be able to get through no problem. Or just imitate what I do, minus the fuck-ups. Although, clearly, I don't fuck up that bad, because I'm able to get through the boulder puzzle without ever having to leave the room, so... Alright, back on the subject of the wild Pokemon. So, I've already mentioned most of them. There is one more wild Pokemon that I'm not gonna mention, because I'm actually going to capture it. If you're at all familiar with the Ice Path, you probably can already guess which one it is, based off of who all I've said. Oh, there's a Carbos there, you know, one of those items that I don't really like using and that I'd rather sell. I'm just saying, especially for a playthrough like this for YouTube, I'd much rather just sell the item, get the 4,900 Pokédollars, then use the drug to slightly raise one of my Pokemon stats, and I mean very slightly. This is the only boulder puzzle type thing that I actually have a little bit of trouble with. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. There's actually a very specific way you have to go through this. Boom, 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 boom. That's exactly what you have to do. It's very specific, and for some reason I kept trying to cheese my way out of having to use several of the boulders. I don't know, it's crazy. Anyway, you're going to want to use Rock Smash here, assuming you have a Pokemon that can have it. Again, if you have a Pinsir, Pinsir's a really good HM servant, but you can find the Never Melt Ice. You can actually get it without using Rock Smash, so don't worry. If you don't have it, you can still get a hold of it. The Never Melt Ice is just like the Mystic Water, or the Charcoal, or the Magnet, except for Ice-type moves. Go figure. So you may want to get it. Again, it's one of those things that's going to be My microphone more than likely picked that up, but my phone's going off, sorry. Sorry about that. Anyway, I do not remember at all what I was saying. And I'm like 15 minutes in. I'm not redoing the recording. I am not restarting the recording. No fucking way. So anyway, moving on. There's actually an item here in the lower path. I don't know if it's really worth the time or not. It's an iron. Another one of those items that I hate using and I'd rather sell for the 4,900 Pokédollars. That being said, we've made almost 10,000 Pokédollars here just from those two items. So maybe it is worth your time, I don't know. Protein! Another one of these items. That puts us at what? What? Pretty much just below 15,000 Pokédollars. Can't go wrong, guys. Can't go wrong. I'd much rather sell them. But huzzah. And what is this? A PP up. This is one that you don't want to sell. I'm almost positive I've talked about the PP up in the past, but basically it raises the maximum number of PP one of your attacks has. You get to choose which Pokemon and which attack. You may want to hold on to it. I believe you can use a PP up to 3 times. That's how I'm remembering it. And it's very much worth your time using. For example, let's say... Oh, jeez, what move is a good example? Let's go with Wing Attack. Wing Attack is a 60 power move, like a 60 power attack. Oh wait, I'll get into this in a bit. This is the last ice Pokemon that I did not mention. Delibird! The Santa Claus Penguin Pokemon. This Pokemon is hated, and I mean absolutely hated, by so many people, and I have no clue why. How could anyone hate the Santa Claus Penguin Pokemon? I have no idea why people hate this Pokemon. I think it's awesome. While it's true combatively, is that the right way to say it? Whatever. It's not the best by any means. I'll get into that in the next part. But anyway. Yeah, Delibird. We're going to be using Delibird quite a bit. So, all you people who hate Delibird, tough shit. Hope you enjoy it. Anyway, we'll see where the other end of the ice path takes us in part 37. I'll see you guys then.